too loud. I've been dying to do a video actually on this for a little while, but I wasn't sure. So I've read the white paper, looked into the tokenomics of the next crypto gem project weight token that, as you guys know, DeFi Kingdoms, we've been, hoping and praying we're going to be on that show as a contestant. It's a TV show that's coming and it has massive partnerships. I believe the TV show is going to be on Amazon Prime. It's going to be on cable TV. It's going to be in 15 different languages all over, and it's going to be in like over 100 different countries, I think he said. Jet connected with them at Decentral Miami. And so much going here, and he's just continued. So Jet is a dude that is another gem. He's just a one-of-a-kind guy. The more I get to know him, at first I was skeptical, a little bit skeptical, and Skiller. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been dying to do this video actually since last night, but even since like 2 weeks ago, I was going to do it, but I just wasn't sure totally. But as time has gone on and gone on and gone on, and I've really gotten to know Jet, who's the co-founder of all this, looked into everything, and then the partnerships he's established is nothing small at all. It's nuts. So, as we all know, George, I am George, which it just so happened to be that I had reached out to continuously and then finally connected with, and about setting the record straight on what happened with DeFi Kingdoms. And George, boom, turns out he actually, like, George is super skeptical about everything. If you ever watch his show, he pretty much shoots everything down except, just a few handful of, for the most part, solid projects. And so I would never have thought, I would have thought George would have shot something like this down just at first thought, but he somehow got George, and then he got two other huge influencers, one of which is, I think, even bigger than George. He got BitBoy also. He's got one of the original Shark Tank guys on there, and the show is kind of like a Shark Tank, but for crypto, combined with like an American Idol or The Voice type. Okay, and so there's going to be, they had dozens or even hundreds of applicants of different projects that aren't in the top 100 apply to be on the show, and then apparently there's going to be a top 16, and then apparently there's going to be a top 4. And so I'm hoping and praying DeFi Kingdoms is on there. I've only heard that there's a positivity towards that. Oh baby, Noonie and Skiller, oh my gosh, I love you. So, but as far as the token goes, it's like, it seemed good. So he's got such a good vision on it to not be a shit coin, to not be a pump and dump coin, but to be legit with good use case and utility. And it's my understanding from Jet, okay, that the show is getting real traction and has now plans for a season 2, apparently, and has a lot going. And I think almost everyone in the world of crypto is going to eventually see the show. It's like, so being on that show would be almost like better than if Coin Bureau or something did a raving review on DeFi Kingdoms or something, so it's like huge. Okay. And then on top of this, so just speaking for DeFi Kingdoms, there's so much going. It's unbelievable. Just in addition to that, completely separate, and some other things happening, man. And so I'm still here in Colorado, but today I just spent the whole day pretty much with family and trying to get caught up with different things. I was I was actually looked into this other new project as well that's interesting that's being built on Arbitrum, and you can get some juicy APRs, and it's literally like a copycat of DeFi Kingdoms originally. So I don't know. You can get in there and degen and get some juicy APRs, I guess. But anyways, I talked to Drake on digital today. I want to get Drake on the channel or go on his channel and catch him up with everything going so early in the morning, flying off to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Can't wait. It's in Wisdom Gaming, babies. Partnered with DeFi Kingdoms, and part of Wisdom Gaming's team is working on the combat system for DeFi Kingdoms, and also part of the DeFi Kingdoms team. They're working together. It's phenomenal. It's coming. So many good things. So many partnerships everywhere. I'm so pumped. And there's so much going. Okay, but back to this weight token Hourglass. If you guys want to degen into something, and I seriously have been wanting to tell you guys about it, but it's like I don't want to pump my bags type. I was like conflicted, okay? And I was like, I even debated getting into it myself, but I just believe in Jet, and so it's like just take that gamble, Skiller. Man, I love you. I know the future is so bright. So, okay. And so I bought some at like 4.6 cents. And now it's like, I just looked at it, it just keeps pumping. It's at 23 cents. It's like, I can't, like last night is at 20 cents or something. It just keeps going. And I can tell you why. But it's still a dinky, tiny little market cap. And I forgot the tokenomics and all that. I was looking at it back in December. Okay. And so I already forgot, but I just remember it sounding good from what I read in the white paper and everything. And I just like believed in Jet, and I was just really wanting to get in there. And back then you couldn't even hardly get the token. I'm trying to be quiet. There was just so low liquidity. I missed it at 2 cents, but then I was just talking to Jet, and I was able to just buy it OTC from him. It's like, and he gave me a little discount, nothing crazy, but now there's more liquidity, I think, on Uniswap on Ethereum, which the token address is in the description. Okay. And I'm not sure. So it is a degen move, and it's still a tiny, tiny, dinky little market cap. It's even smaller than DeFi Kingdoms. But here's the thing, George, I've been tweeting out. George keeps insinuating. I remember when he first insinuated this like a week or two ago, was when I was going to come talk about it. I just never did. I don't know. Life's crazy. Okay. Because I'm 99.9% sure. I'm basically 100% sure. What nobody, some people are maybe figuring out, but most people don't realize he's talking about this weight stuff. So George never gets into these degen plays. He's not a degen at all. Okay. He's already made his money in crypto, and he'll even say that I'm not a degen. But so for George to promote, or not promote's not the right word, but to even just say I'm getting into this project, I would say he's the biggest reason probably why DeFi Kingdoms pumped in the first place, the first time when it 10,000x or whatever. Okay. Or 20,000x maybe. You had a lot of the big YouTubers talking about it, and it mooned. So, but especially a guy like George in a bear market isn't degening into stuff at all. And most people out there probably aren't going to put 2 and 2 together, but they will soon. He's talking about the weight token. It's gonna, even if it has bad fundamentals and stuff, which I actually don't think it does have bad fundamentals. I don't know if they're great. They actually might be pretty good. And then I know Jet wants to have multiple use cases and tons of vision for the token, and he wants to be legit and awesome. He's just a hustler and I mean, I can sit here and chat with him all day long. It's like nuts. He gets off the phone with Shark Tank guy, and then he's sitting there chatting with me. I can't imagine how many messages he gets. He's just a go-getter, hustler, good-souled, good-hearted guy from everything I've ever seen. And so, uh, I just believe in people. I don't believe in a whole lot of people, but when I believe in a person, that's almost one of the most important things for me personally, when I'm looking into a project, is the core values of the person and the smarts too. Do they have it together? So, and I think Jet is both solid. So once this actually goes live and people know that he's talking about, because I don't think a lot of people have put two and two together, that Next Crypto Gem has a token called Wait that eventually you'll be able to stake in their app. They'll have an app where you can watch the TV show or do different things. They're going to have their own app. And so you'll be able to stake it there, do different things. And he wants to have other use cases as well for the token. It's being built out. And so once George talks, like actually lets the cat out of the bag. So just look at my Twitter, you'll see it. He's been talking about it a lot. He keeps saying, yes, there is one other crypto that I'm into now, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to shill it. And I don't, it's premature. It's a degen move, blah, blah, blah. Like he'll say stuff like that. And so, yeah, and again, full disclosure, I haven't sold it and I don't plan on selling, even though I've already 5x'd in a matter of like 2 months or less or something. Yeah, so full disclosure, probably it keeps pumping, it's not stopping, but it is like a 800-ish rank on the market cap, like smaller market cap than even Jewel. Huge upside. So when George lets the cat out of the bag, even with poor tokenomics, there's going to be thousands of people aping into it. And then once the show goes live and it's a big hit, it's gonna, I mean, that show, BitBoy's gonna see it. Oh, Zabu, I love you, man. Yeah, a little more than 2 cents. Sorry, what was that, Zabu? Zabu, man, I think, was it this morning? I've been trying to I still need to catch up on Mythic Squad. I watched the Mythic Squad stream the other night with Zabu and Skiller and Be Easy and About Life podcast. It was like, it's one of the most epic streams ever. You guys are the bomb. It had all these guys on there that usually won't ever come on. I love it, man. But I think Mythic Squad went live tonight. I need to catch up. I think there's a lot going on. I think I listened to Zabu this morning, right? I don't even think I finished the video. It's just cracking me up, man. I love it. The world's #1 goat potato is Zabu. Straight up. I love it. Okay. So, yeah, if you're just coming in, start the video over. Yeah. So fun. Skiller, yeah, I've never seen you, Skiller. It's good to see you, baby. I was like, Skiller, my man, and Be Easy. There's some other just awesome guys in the community. Stomposaurus, he even got in there. And there's some more. I know, it'll come to me. Okay. Yeah, looking at the chart. Up. Dang it, the freaking comments go away. Can I hit this comment thing? Live chat. All messages are visible. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Still can't see him. Okay. So, no worries if you don't want to mess with it, if you don't want to get into it. The floodgates are coming on this one. It's like, whoa. But no worries if you don't want to mess with it. I think it's on an exchange like Bybit or something, or Bitmart. It's on Bitmart, actually, which approached DeFi Kingdoms, by the way. I think Bybit and Bitmart was talking hard with DeFi Kingdoms. It's so cool. I was talking with Dreamer. He's just, I didn't really get to hang with the team still. It was like, dang, kind of bummed me out. But Dreamer just lit up like a light bulb. It was so cool seeing him when I saw him. And he just went right into all these conversations. They're trying to figure out, oh, there's so many pros and cons. And we didn't get to finish the conversation because it's like 50 million people everywhere. But they've been, they've already said this in the past, but deep in thought is like Coinbase or Binance.us, or it's like, yeah, baby. And I think Binance.us would be the best one, in my opinion. Or Coinbase would be number two. And those two by far would be the best two options. And those, but also some sweeter, deep. It's like they gotta pony up a lot of money. I think, especially for Binance.us. He was saying, so I could just tell the debate. But then there's these other ones that sounded like with Bybit and Bitmart, that they just they make it a lot easier and sweeter, the deal for DeFi Kingdoms, to get on there. So I don't know what they're gonna do. We didn't get to finish the conversation, but it's just exciting. I can't wait till he talks about all this stuff more. I wish I really wanted to talk about more stuff with them, but it kind of hit me. I just came to peace. I've had some big mental breakthroughs here recently. It's been good. Just came to peace that, like, it's okay to like let it go as far as being on the team. And at this point, they're fine. DeFi Kingdoms is gonna make it. They're gonna survive. They're gonna do a whole hell of a lot more than just survive. It's coming, baby. It's just hang tight, baby. Hang in there, DeFi Kingdoms community, because it's gonna moon. But I felt like a release, or like a burden lifted off my chest this weekend. Seriously. That it's like, they're good. The team's got it. Dreamers got it. Yeah, Skiller. And it's okay. That they gave, it was like the silent treatment, I think, was their answer. And I didn't want to like force them to have to tell me, no, we don't want you on the team, or whatever. And I just came to peace with it, at peace with the project and everything that's going. And forever a DeFi Kingdoms bull, 1000%. And then at peace to not feel the need to have to be so crazy about reaching out every day to all the different YouTubers. But it was so cool talking to Drake on Digital. That came out of nowhere, thanks to Jesus or somebody. Was it Jesus? I was talking to so many people today. I think Crypto Lifer is coming up this week. Cultivate Crypto is coming up, and then, but also just kind of relaxing. I think DeFi Kingdoms is just gonna win big, not just win. If you saw, Slow Mad has been tweeting some stuff out, which he was, some of the stuff he just tweeted was the concerns I was having this since I started the YouTube. I mean, it was like the reason why I started the YouTube channel, was like he was concerned even a year ago, or three. I think he even gave the number today. He just tweeted it out like 316 days ago or something. He was concerned back then, and it sounded like he was still concerned that DeFi Kingdoms is maybe not going to survive, because of, again, really, it just boils down to the messaging marketing side. I think I'm just at peace with it now. They're gonna, and I responded on that tweet and said, a year from now, you're gonna look back, and I'm telling you now, a year from now, if you want to, where's DeFi Kingdoms gonna be? You're gonna have to step outside and look past the moon to the stars, baby. Yes, that's where it's going. But kind of what this did also was, I was so focused on, it was almost kind of like a job application I was trying to do for the DeFi Kingdoms team. And so I was so just laser focused pretty much on doing, what I could do to help the messaging, marketing, spreading the gospel of DeFi Kingdoms. Now I feel at peace to, of course, still have regular conversation about DeFi. It'll still be the most bullish project I'm ever into by far, probably. Like Jewel Maxi, baby, for life. But I feel at peace to relax a little bit and talk about other projects too. I talked to so many good projects this week and this weekend. And so it's just interesting. Like I was looking into this other project that's being built on Arbitrum that's literally like a DeFi Kingdoms fork on Arbitrum. Like it's, and then so once I dove into it, they didn't even change. They did change the tokenomics, but their Jewel token essentially, which is called CRV or CRX, CRV or CRX or something, CRX, I think, has basically the exact same emissions rate and emissions schedule and unlocking rate. Like everything about it is the same, except there's 9 million max supply of tokens. So versus 500 million. But it's gonna be, I'm like, man, it's like one of the things that Bolin and Frisky and said if they could do differently would be those very things. Like if they could start over, have a different, longer emissions schedule and unlocking schedule. Well, this new project didn't change that. So right now it's like 2 days into this project. They moved off a dying chain. I forget which chain did they move off? A chain that's dying. They were developing on a different chain, and they did, and they never launched on that chain. Instead, they swapped to Arbitrum. So there's really good liquidity there, which is nice. And so, and it's like 2 days into the launch. So the APRs are like 20,000%. If you guys want to go degen into that one. But when I looked into the emissions rate and stuff, I was like, what, like why wouldn't they tweak that? So it's essentially right now where the price is at, it's already pumped. So the coin is already like 3x'd their CRV token, but it's still a tiny, tiny, dinky little market cap. And if you remember, like, so we're 2 days late being in, so that sucks. It's already 3 or 4x'd. But, and like today, it's almost up, like, it's almost like 2x'd today. It's almost like doubled already. But if you get in right now, you're still over 20% interest. I put in like $1,000 into it today, into the pools. And it's equivalent to getting in when Jewel was around 20 cents at launch. So it went from, Jewel was first launched at 1 penny, I guess, or something. So it has, I don't think the project's though 20x yet. So maybe it's more like equivalent to getting in when Jewel, I thought I did the math right. Because there's a 9 million total supply, but only circulating, there's only like 100,000 tokens circulating so far. So maybe they did tweak a little bit on the emissions schedule. Maybe they did. Now I think about it, but the unlocking schedule is the same. So it's not like going to be anything, I don't think, that you're going to want to like hang on to too long. It might pump and dump. It's looking like, but what Bartertown's into, and some good, like Drake on Digital's in it, and Jesus and some DeFi Kingdoms, other people are into it. And that's kind of what caught my attention. And they said that PvP is already just about ready to go. I was like, oh. So that's interesting too. And this one, it's called Mind Games or something on Arbitrum. I actually was thinking about putting the Discord in the chat, but it's on Arbitrum. and it's not on CoinMarketCap. So I should, I, I'll put in the comments, okay, after I finish this video, the actual website. Okay, so yeah, because their emission schedule has to be tweaked for sure. So the more I'm thinking about it right now, they had to tweak the emission schedule, but it'll be fully emitted in 50 weeks, just like DeFi Kingdoms, originally was with Jewel, and then it starts unlocking 2% a week. Yeah, for 52 weeks. And so it'll be all fully circulating in 2 years, just like a Jewel originally was. And I guess that's how Crystal is. Is that how they did Jade? Can't, I don't know. Maybe it is. So, so that's a possible little degen move. I'm also really interested, again, as I mentioned the other night, I'm excited to see what somebody said as far as the Dragons Crossing game. It's still revving people the wrong way. Somebody commented on my last video and said, hey, I hear you, but they don't like that they're just targeting the DeFi Kingdoms people to market it. It's like they're trying to steal people away or something. That's how people are feeling. But think about it for a second. If you were, so all of the DeFi Kingdoms junkies, okay, if you were a DeFi Kingdoms, bullish guy, and that was your primary ecosystem you were a part of, and you had an idea and said, hey, I want to develop my own project, and you build out this thing, and it's like insane what they've done to build this out. It's insane to create a project that's legit, especially. Um, Imagine if you put yourself in their shoes. All they know, it's not like they go on DeFi Kingdom's Discord and shill it or anything. I haven't seen any of that. They just started tweeting it out in their DeFi Kingdoms family. So the punches, Baby Punch, Sandwich Punch, Bloater Punch, and Brown Gent, they're all DeFi Kingdoms family. That's what they know. Wouldn't you do the same thing? Or would you just what would you do? Leave the ecosystem and try to market elsewhere or something? It's only natural to connect with the community that you're already a part of if you're launching a project. And again, I don't think they're in there bombarding the DeFi Camp Discord or anything. They're just tweeting stuff out, is all. So, again, no need for, and Bolin said it again. He said it to me again last night. No need to be cutting each other at the knees. We're all family. It's all good. And we don't have to be like, I say I'm a Jewel Maxi, right? But I say that sarcastically. It's like I'm just most bullish on Jewel and DeFi Kingdom Project, but it doesn't mean we can't check out these other ones. And so you can take it to the bank. I'll buy at least a couple Gen Zero heroes. I might buy, they're only, I don't know what the price is going to be, but it sounded like they're going to be cheaper. They're not going to be anything too crazy, I don't think. So I hope I can have the opportunity. I'm definitely going to give it a shot, man. Everything I've heard, I'm really excited to hear more about Dragons Crossing. Everything I keep hearing. So I've chatted with Baby Punch a little bit, chatted with Brown Gent. I'm really excited to hear more about it. Dig in and have him on the show. And actually, we talked about Brown Gent about getting on his show, or whatever, and talking about pinning him down, baby, like a butterfly in a killing board. Also, with this other new project that I was mentioning, the Mind Games or whatever on Arbitrum, their Gen Zeros are in a whitelist stage right now. So that's interesting. I don't know if I want to mess with it. I want to look deep into the team, see what their vision and their heart is. I want to get them on the channel. I want to get other people on the channel. So if you guys saw with Doug Hype, okay, Doug Hype was not a DeFi Kingdoms guy until last week when he came on the channel and we did that epic mythic dark summon. He got the mythic Dark Knight. Okay. That was like, he was brand new into DeFi Kingdoms at that point. And he was watching Zabu's show and we connected. And he had seen some of my shows with Ogre and stuff because he's friends with Ogre. He's way more into other projects, right? And he's really connected. There was a Undead Blocks is I think the T-shirt that Ogre was wearing, that he's part of these different communities. But I can tell you this, by the end of the conference, and if you just saw it in his tweet, he's just amazing dude, by the way, too. His got in heart of gold. He's the deeper I dug in to Doug, there's one night Doug, Christian Peter, and I sat in a circle and talked for hours and just really even deeper got to know him. He is just absolute gem, heart of gold, real deal, solid core values, real deal guy. It's like surprised me. And he's just hustling so hard. Like even trying to prove it, he doesn't even really fully believe in himself. It's like so crazy to see it because he is a 1 in millions guy, gem of a gem. Anyways, by the end of the conference, guess what project Doug was talking about the most? DeFi Kingdoms, baby. And all these other projects. The founder of Undying Blocks and his team is super interested in DeFi Kingdoms. But guess what? I'm also interested in their game. So and I told him, hey, come on to the channel. Let's talk about Undying Blocks. And they're going to hear all about DeFi Kingdoms. Their interest was so sparked. So many different projects that Ogre, a lot of it was Ogre and Tosh and even Christian Peter, because he's in a lot of different things too. They are, plugged into so many different projects. And it just helped me see when you expand more and more your horizon, it will help bring in new players. Now, some of those new players, yes. Hey, Silent Fisher, yeah. Some of those new players, if you guys are just coming in, start over, baby. 2.0x speed. And I need to figure out how to end this video, because as soon as I end these videos on my phone, it goes to not public, but private. So I have to go in and change it and save the upload. It's so annoying. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with investing, in DC, I think. Why does it's supposed to? So chat viewing options. All messages are visual. I want to see all the messages, and I don't want them to go away, you stupid thing. Huh. I don't know. Okay. Maybe this. Say. Huh. Okay. Anyways, so I'm excited I'll still be doing a lot of DeFi Kingdoms content nonstop. Like, it'll be the primary one still. Probably won't be a whole lot different, really. But I'm also going to try and dive in. I have more of a methodical approach to really research a project, generally speaking, before I get really excited about it. But today, this project just launched 20,000%, it's even 25,000% interest on some of them. And I know that's gonna go down in about 5 days. So degen play into it, and then and then I'll do more research. But generally speaking, I like to do a deep dive into the team and the team's core values, their heart, their vision, their purpose, their passion, their purpose, cause, and their passion, their why. And what I look for is someone who has a vision and a passion for something specific, not to just start a crypto project and make money or do whatever and to, be something, or but an actual purpose and cause and passion for what they're doing. And then look at the tokenomics, look at different things, and find some other crypto gems as well. And just, I realize too, it just opens up more opportunities. And it only is good for DeFi kingdoms too, in the end, because everyone knows it's my number one project. So they're going to get a good dose of it. But as I'm checking out other people's project without first trying to like cram DeFi kingdoms down their throat, which I do it in a fun, tactful way. But it just helps to connect on a deeper level. And so fun stuff going. What else did I want to talk about? I was like, as soon as my brother-in-law went to bed, like boom, I was just like dying to do a video and talk about that weight token, because Grady After Dark, Dr. J, Jacamach, I love you, man. So this weight token, there's like little doubt in my mind. I know I've already 5x'd the token. I'm not telling anyone to try and pump my bags. I don't care if anybody gets into the project at all. I'm just saying, look out. And it's going to come fast and hard. My understanding is a TV show is coming out in May or June. And he said probably June. And it's like, I was like, you're killing me. I got to wait till then to see if DeFi Kingdoms makes the cut. Like, killing me. I was talking to Jet, and I'm just excited for what's coming in the future too, next year. Okay. Does anybody, trying to think, anybody have any questions with ETH Denver? I didn't even go today. Today, I don't think was much going on. Good things going, guys. Hang in there. I'm pumped. Yeah, comment if you're interested in getting in that project, and I'll be sure and post the website that you can go into the Arbitrum network and connect to, and I can post the Discord, and then I do have the weight token address in the description. If you want a degen play, I wouldn't ape into it at all. Because you never know, it's risky, but George is getting into that, and whoa, he keeps it. Be sure to watch those little videos. And Jet gave me a shout out tonight. We've been chatting. I'm so pumped. I think one day I will meet Jet and be close with him. I'm excited for what's coming. But he told me I can't go. So I was going to go help him with the show and even be his grunt guy. And even like before I even knew if DeFi Kingdoms would apply to be on the show, we were talking about it. But then he's like, no, because I'm a DeFi Kingdoms influencer. And there's NDAs that are like, he said not even Frisky Fox can know. It's like, what? So like nobody can know. And so he doesn't want it, especially a community influencer of a potential project who might make the cut, to be anywhere near the scene or the set of what's going on. But he said, you'll understand in the future, he told me, and season 2's coming, and we're gonna be talking. I was just like pumped. So, what? I don't know what's going on, but I'm it's just excited because I expressed to him I really wanted to come and just help him and connect with and just be a blessing to him and be a blessing to the show, whatever. And it was like, man, I gotta know. I keep getting slammed doors in my face. It seems like everything I'm doing, but I'm oddly super bullish. And I have this feeling in my gut. Something is coming big. We've connected with so many awesome people on these conferences are so huge and crucial to come to. And I just feel like there's going to be some big breakthroughs for me personally and for DeFi Kingdoms and for other cool stuff going on out there too. What else? I'm really excited. So Ogre and I talked about this. Ogre even connected with Doug Hype on a deeper level. And he's like, man, he keeps getting blown away. Like, yeah, you're right. Grady, like this guy is on even, and he's known him for a while. Ogre's known him for a while. But then last night, as he's dropped me off, he's like, you know what, Grady, you're right. He is really an absolute gem, just on a different level. So a lot of things going, guys. Man. I love you guys. DeFi Kingdoms to outer space, to other galaxies and beyond. Baby, tomorrow it's pervy sage time, baby. I can't wait. I got Raph picking me up from the airport, baby. And I'm gonna be like, Raph, he's got a hotel. Have I thought about getting a hotel? No. I'll be like, Raph, we're spooning tonight, baby. I'll pay for half the hotel fee. Oh yeah. I love you, man. Love you, Skiller. So I want to start. So here's my goal. I'm planning on doing regular daily videos. Like maybe I'll take a day off here and there and stuff. No big deal. But to do essentially get in a rhythm of doing at least a video every day. So much stuff going. I really want to. I haven't connected with Sandwich Punch. I want to connect with Sandwich Punch and get his heart and vision on what they're doing. Yeah, DeFi Kingdom just needed some folks to step in and make some magic. Slow mad, baby. So, I feel like there's something else I wanted to say. I'm so pumped. So excited. It was so good seeing Dreamer and Sunbear. They were so exhausted though. I mean, they weren't at the beginning of the night when I got there. After the last video I shot live, you know, I left and went there and met him. And it was so cool seeing Dreamer, hanging with him but just this short and sweet time, because then we had 5 people in front of us. You know, it's like crowded, loud spaces. You couldn't even hardly hear, you know, when they spoke, which was a bummer because so many people were there and it was so loud. But we made a lot of awesome connections. Especially that night, I connected deeper with, again, also deeper with Doug Hype. I keep connecting and just probing, like, how for real is this guy? And I just keep probing and just keep realizing, goodness gracious, he's a gem. And really connected with the Undead Blocks or something like that. It's a shoot 'em game. It's like an already active, awesome game. Crypto Web3 game with crazy dude on his team. The founder is like crazy guy. Anyways, but just a nuts grinding guy. And I think I'm going to get them on the channel because his video guy is a gem too. Connected with those guys pretty deep that night with Ogre. Connected a little bit with Sandwich Punch. Connected a little bit with all those guys with Dreamer, but not even 1/100th as much as I wanted to. And by the end of the night, it was like we were all hungry. We wanted to go eat, and they were so tired. They were hungry and tired, and just wanted to go back to the hotel. You know, and it's like, dang it. I think everything was closed anyways. It's too late to go sit down and eat somewhere. So drive through. And we were only in the car with them for a few minutes, like real quick. But that was funny doing that video. Yeah, connecting with a little bit with Bolin and Risen and Dragon T, Sunbear, Dreamer. It was cool connecting with Tosh a little bit. Not as much as I would have liked, but totally hung out with Tosh a couple times. Wanted to connect with him more, but he's like got kids in his head. He knows so many people. He's just everywhere in several different projects too. And connected a lot with Christian Peter, baby. That was cool. And of course, Ogre. Spent a lot of time with those guys. Good stuff going. DeFi keynotes to the moon. Love you guys. Crypto, Grady,